Okay, everybody, we'll roll right into our post Coors Light Pull Award qualifying media availability, and we're joined by the second place qualifier for the 47th annual Pure Michigan 400, and that's Jimmie Johnson, driver of the number 48 Lowe's Chevrolet for Hendrick Motorsports. And I heard you say on the TV, good Fridays for you usually lead to good Sundays. How confident are you in the piece you have at the racetrack this weekend?
Yeah, we're definitely building confidence as today has progressed. We felt like the Chicago test session a couple days ago went well for us, and we're able to improve the car over the course of the test session and consistently put up decent lap times, respectable lap times. So, brought some of that stuff here, although we have a different package, so it's hard to be overly confident with our speed today because this rules package is much different than what we'll race in the chase with. But, all signs are pointing towards progress being made, and very excited about that, and just can't thank everybody. I just want to thank everybody at Hendrick Motorsports for their long hours and all the time they're putting in to get a little better in all areas. It's not just one thing. We have to look at everything globally, and everybody in all departments is finding a way to bring a little bit more, and it's showing up. I think all 400 cars showed a lot of speed today in qualifying, and we're all optimistic for Sunday.
Good deal. We're going to open the floor up to questions. If you have a question, raise your hand. We'll get a mic to you. We'll start with Bob, and then go to Jeff, and then back to Wolfgang.
Bob Hockers, ESPN. Is it safe to say that you guys like the 2017 package better than the 2016 package after the way you qualified today?
It's tough to say. We felt like at the end of the Chicago test, we're the closest we'd been to those Toyotas in a long time on speed. So I feel like the things that you're able to learn mechanically in the car do cross over regardless of rules package, and I'm excited knowing that, because what we've learned, spring shocks, bars, all that will cross over and roll nice into our 16 package. So I do feel like this speed is going to be there for us, and we'll be able to carry it into the following weeks. But time will tell. I mean, it's one thing to go fast for one lap, but to go fast all day long is the next step for us, and we just gotta piece that together.
We'll stay up front with Jeff.
Jeff Clark from USA Today. I mean, it seems like at this time of year, probably what you have is what you have, and there's not much time left to make big gains before the chase. If you are able to turn this into a good Sunday, how much optimism would that give you for a potential chase run?
It really would give us a lot of much-needed momentum. I've been able to win championships having a slow summer, which most of my summers have been slow. Then there's a few where we were quick through them. When you think of the tracks that we race on during the summer months, although they're very challenging and aerodynamics do come into play, they're not your traditional mile and a halves, and really not a lot like the tracks we race on in the chase. So, and then not my best tracks. My best tracks really are in those final 10 events. So I'm not thinking that far ahead. I'm not thinking that much into it. But past history shows that when you get hot, you can stay hot. And I think Tony Stewart might even be a better example of what he did in was it 11? I guess it was 11 or 12, somewhere in there. So we hope we're heating up and on the verge of getting hot.
Go next to Wolfgang, and then back over here to Kenny.
Wolfgang Monzer from Germany, Ranchport Press Agency. Jimmie, I have a technical question. As far as I know, airflow under very hot conditions are different than under cooler conditions, lower temperatures. Do you feel any difference, or is it difficult to set up a car under very hot conditions like today than under cooler temperature conditions?
Yeah, the cooler it is, just the easier things happen for you. The engine runs better. The tires have more grip because the surface is cooler, and then the air quality is better as well, and just creates more downforce. So, yes, cooler is better on all fronts.
Okay, we'll go next to Kenny, and we'll go over here to the right.
Kenny Bruce with NASCAR.com. Jimmie, the speed that you showed in qualifying and the way you guys practiced today, is that the first sign that you've seen that the direction you guys have been working in, is this the first sign of the improvements, or have you seen things before that maybe the results just didn't show?
Yeah, I think we've shown speed. I mean, I think of Indy. We had great single lap speed. Ended up third in overcoming a pit road penalty and some other issues. So that was a good showing for us. you know, Pocono was such a bummer for us because somehow I knocked the nose in on the car, hit debris or something, and had a huge hole in the front of the car on lap 1. And wasn't really able to show what we had there. I felt like Bristol, granted we don't race anything like Bristol, but that was a good showing for us. And if we didn't have that final rain shower, I think I could have raced Denny for second and you know, been on the podium essentially. So my car just didn't like those restarts, especially with the green racetrack. It was just really ill handling and angry. But I do believe we're showing signs, and I'm living it. So I guess I'm looking for those little rays of light, and maybe others don't see it. And I really try hard not to BS you guys when you ask the questions, but you know, I could say the last couple of months we have seen some bright spots. We just need to have a little more consistency with it, and then most importantly, stop making mistakes. And I'm part of that as well.
You know, Jimmie, we've got the Kids Drive NASCAR program kicking off this week, and we have some youngsters who have joined us here in the Media Center. So we've got a question right over on your right.
Hi, I'm Lauren. I was wondering, what made you pursue your dream in racing?
For me, my parents were involved in racing. My dad actually, to go back to my grandparents, they owned a motorcycle shop. So I grew up at our local racetracks when I was a kid and started racing at the age of 5. And honestly, through my dad's love of racing, it was easy for me to fall in love with it as well. And he used every resource he had and spent every dime he had to take myself and my brothers racing. And fortunately, I was noticed by some big teams, and especially by Chevrolet. Chevrolet was the key moment for me to kind of guide my career and get me to the right places. But I guess I just have to thank my parents and those early years and traveling to races and racing with my family at our small motorcycle tracks is where it all came from.
Jimmie, thanks for taking the time today. Good luck this weekend.
Great, thank you.
Take care.